Wala pa namang cross, no? So he was just there to object when necessary dun sa nagiging direct examination. I think today, I think we can all agree, medyo smooth naman yung naganap na direct examination so far. Just have to wait kung tomorrow how long it will be, kung mabibigyan kami ng opportunity magkaroon ng cross-examination tomorrow, or kung hindi naman, ay meron pa naman tayong Wednesday.
Attorney, before the starting trial, na nakita ko na nagyakapan si Attorney Ferrer and si Attorney Capunan, and kayo rin, nakita natin iba yung nasa formal trial kaysa yung bago ng trial.
Oo, kasi hindi naman talaga naiiwasan na not just in the impeachment proceedings but even in regular court proceedings na nagkakaroon minsan ng siyempre arguments because we're advocating for a client and the prosecution is also advocating for their side. So hindi naman po talagang naiiwasan na minsan nagkakaroon ng tension. Actually, I wouldn't even say tension. I would just say nagkakaroon ng disagreements pagdating sa trial proper. Pero paglabas naman po natin sa courtroom, very cordial naman po kami. At talagang trabaho lang yung ginagawa namin.
Attorney, doon naman po, reaction lang sa paggamit po ng prosecution ng mga AI-generated or simulations po ng money. Ano po ang thoughts doon ng
Of course, we had to object to that because we had to ask at least for the proper basis kung bakit AI yung ginagamit. But ninote naman po ng ating presiding officer, kagalang-galang na presiding officer, yung aming objections. At kumbaga, pinagpatuloy pa rin naman yung pagtatanong. Sa atin, okay lang yun. We just had to really register our objection. Kasi syempre, alam naman natin yung AI sometimes does not really depict yung totoong itsura ng mga bagay-bagay.
Pero unnecessary po ba dapat yung paggamit nila ng
Well, I would like to at least try to understand the side of the prosecution kasi syempre siguro they just wanted to show some graphics to give a picture kung ano ba yung punto na gusto nilang ipasok doon sa kanilang pagtatanong. So perhaps that's the reason why they used yung ganung AI. But again, all we had to do was object to that. All we could do was object to that kasi nga baka hindi accurate. And usually, hindi nagiging accurate talaga pag AI sa ngayon. But nakikita naman natin yung punto ng prosecution kaya nila ginawa yun. They wanted to give everyone, maybe not just people in court, but even the public kung ano yung puntong gusto nilang marating.
Hindi ba maganda sa mga tao, sir, kung AI yung gagamitin na sabi ni attorney kanina, props daw
kasi hindi natin ma-determine yung accuracy kung ganun ba talaga ang itsura ng 125 million. And to be honest, ako personally, I have not seen 125 million in person. So, yun lang talaga yung concern natin, yung pagdating sa accurate depiction.
May nakikita ba kayong risk doon, attorney, if sa mga susunod na hearings gumamit pa ng mga AI-generated photos para lang magbigay ng context doon sa in-explain prosecution?
I think yung main concern lang talaga namin is kung accurate yung nakikita kasi baka exaggerated yung nakikita, baka o kahit hindi exaggerated, baka naman hindi talaga yun yung itsura ng gustong ipakita. But the witness naman is able to answer. So kahit papaano, yung kanina, all we wanted was just to register our objection.
After considering po na mag-submit ng motion or manifestation na ipagbawal na lang?
No, I think we haven't really spoken about it after this, so I don't want to foreclose any possibility. But sa ngayon naman, na-note naman yung continuing objection namin doon. I think that's enough for now.
Attorney, without going into the merits, doon sa direct examination kanina kay Acosta, mayroon bang bago doon sa mga sabi na niya sa Congress?
Well, sa akin, maaga pa kasi. I think may ilang points lang na discuss today. So today it was a lot of confirmation of what she already stated in the House. So baka yun yung nagiging sentiment nyo na wala namang bago. Pero tingnan muna natin kung saan patungo to. Ayoko ring mag-conclude ng anything at this point dahil unang araw pa lang ngayon, actually unang salang pa lang ng direct examination at alam naman natin magpapatuloy pa tomorrow. I have no idea and I don't want to speculate kung ano pa yung mga ibang itatanong ng prosecution. So ngayon, di muna ako magbigay ng categorical statement on that. I think itayin muna natin matapos yung direct examination.
Sir, fatal po ba to the case, or at least is it alarming for the defense that the witness testified na si VP Sara daw po yung natutos na ibigay kay Chica yung mga.
That will go into the merits, but so I will not discuss that. But sa amin, siguro, all I can say is we anticipated all of this.
Yung decision lang ng court not to immediately tackle the pending motion last week, your thoughts on that?
I don't know what the reason is kasi, Ms. Kat, kung ano yung naging rason behind not tackling it today. But I'm sure we're still expecting to tackle that at some point. At then whatever naman the court decides, the defense will just submit and comply.
Does the defense intend to raise a formal motion to cite any member of the prosecution in contempt?
There's no such thing at this time. Okay? I'm sure you guys also want to wrap things up para malakas daw yung ulan. So hopefully, kung tomorrow ay matutuloy yung session natin, we'll see all of you tomorrow and we'll make sure we also have another press con after.
Sir, very last.
Sige lang,
Reaction
sige lang.
po dun sa kanina manifestation ni Senator Judge Tulfo regarding po sa paggamit o hindi paggamit, sa confusion po sa language ni witness.
Oo. Well, naintindihan ko naman si Senator Judge Tulfo, of course, doon. Kasi nagiging, medyo matagal kasi, yung exchange kanina. Kahit naman, I think tayong mga hindi nakakaintindi ng Bisaya, nahihirapan din tayo to follow. But, the witness is more comfortable daw with Bisaya. I am not sure, but I remember kasi I was also in the committee hearing sa House. I think during that time, she also wanted to speak in Bisaya but was requested to speak in Filipino or English. So consistent naman yung witness as far as I remember. But the presiding officer has already asked also the witness to try to speak in Filipino and English, and that's why I think nagko-comply naman yung witness. But we'll try to address that in cross if ever, yung issue na yan.
Sorry, given that predicament, do you intend to change your lawyer for cross?
No?
Someone who is more fluent perhaps in her language?
Bisaya?
Yes.
No, not really. Kasi kanina nagsabi na rin yung ating kagalang-galang na presiding officer na kung pwede try to do it in English and Filipino. And if there are just instances na kailangan magbisaya ng witness because she's more comfortable, doon na lang siguro tayo magkakaroon ng konting lull for the translation. But at this point, we do not think that there's a need to change the counsel on deck. Okay, sige.
Recently po, kanina na-confirm po na nag-file ng perjury complaint si VP Sara versus Camille Madriaga.
Yes.
Does it have any, at least po sa part ng defense, parang epekto or because other people might be saying na it is to weaken the statement of Madriaga against the Vice President, and kanina nakita po natin na yung as per the prosecution, parang nagmamatch daw yung for duffel bags and for travel bags na pinagamitan daw po ng confidential funds.
Sa atin, pagdating sa atin, we don't see any major impact on the impeachment trial. Meaning, ang ibig sabihin nun, if they are to present Mr. Madriaga, we will still have to cross-examine in accordance with our plan. As I understand it, the perjury complaint is just a second complaint, kasi may nauna ng perjury laban sa kanyang ating Vice Presidente. And the second perjury complaint is in relation to the supplemental affidavit. Kasi kung naalala nyo sa House, yung unang perjury complaint kasi dun sa affidavit niya, bago pa nagkaroon ng proceedings sa Committee on Justice, di ba? And then nung siya ay nag-appear before the Committee on Justice, maliban dun sa unang affidavit, nagkaroon pa ng second affidavit. So I think yun yung pinanggagalingan kung bakit kinakailangan mag-file ng second perjury complaint. Now sa atin naman, yan naman ay nakahain pa lang sa piskal, no? So, for evaluation pa yan, for preliminary investigation pa yan. So, sa atin, we will just go on with our plan na kung i-present naman sila, meron na kaming, syempre, pinlano dyan pagdating sa cross-examination. So, etong mga perjury complaints, hindi naman siya nakaka-apekto dito sa impeachment. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much po. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.